Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. I would request you to please press the subscribe button. In this YouTube channel, I will be posting videos as far as financial markets and commodity markets are concerned, especially in the Indian and the Asian context. It would be extremely beneficial for professional investors and traders, as well as young professionals who are looking at entering the financial market, entering the markets in terms of trading or investing. Today, the 21st of April 2020 is an historical day because this is the first time wherein the crude prices have moved into negative territory. There is a lot of talk about what has really happened and how come the crude prices have really moved into negative territory. What has happened today is basically the WTI crude has moved into negative territory and is trading at minus $35 a barrel. Well, let's look at what is really happening around the world. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, it is the biggest pandemic in the last 100 years. The maximum economic destruction as far as last 80 years is concerned. Three-fourths of the world is almost in a lockdown. As far as production is concerned, there's probably no production really happening everywhere, and it's a precarious situation. Hence, there is no demand in terms of fuel as far as cars and scooters are concerned. There are no jets really flying, and there is no demand for jet fuel. So what really has happened is because of the lack of demand, and probably because of even the amount of crude that was there in terms of storage, the value has really become negative at the present moment. Please understand that when it's negative, what does it really mean? A commodity like crude is extremely messy and extremely difficult to really buy. So when someone buys crude, you do not really buy the physical crude and store it at some place. What you really do is you buy future contracts for crude. So crude is traded in terms of future contracts. So in very simple terms, they're contracts for 3 months: the present one, the present month, the next month, and the month after that. So in this case, what has happened today is the present month contract, that is the contract for May 2020, has moved into negative territory. So if I am a person or I am an investor that is looking at investing into crude over a period of time, what do I really do? I keep rolling over a position. Now, in a futures contract, when I roll over a position, what do you mean by that? When a contract for May is coming to expiry, tomorrow is the expiry as far as the May contract is concerned. So closer to expiry, I really sell out as the present month contract is concerned, and I get into a new position as far as the next month contract is concerned. That's your concept of rollover. Now, when you really roll over, what are you really doing? Is basically you are giving some amount of money to some entity or some person to really store. Basically, you're storing that crude instead of this month for the next month, and so on and so forth. Make no mistake that a lot of crude ETFs are there. ETFs are electronic traded funds. A lot of crude ETFs have been investing in the crude market world over. Well, as far as ETFs are concerned, they invest not in the physical crude, but what they invest is in the financial instrument as far as crude is concerned. And in this case, it is the future contracts. So even ETFs that are looking at even creating value or making investments, they really invest into contracts of various months and roll over it to the subsequent contract. So what has really happened is because of the lack of demand and this uncertainty as far as COVID is concerned, and also the amount of production that is going on right now, there is no value as far as crude for this month is concerned, and hence it has been rolled over. Now, when you have the rollover, you have two basic concepts. You have contango. Contango is really a concept wherein the present month prices are lower than really the next month. The next month prices are higher. So this is what has happened is really a super contango in which the present month prices are minus $35. The June contract is at about $20 and the July contract is $23. For someone who's really looking at crude, the right appropriate value is not the May contract. So it is not minus $35 a barrel that is the value. The value will be more realistic in terms of the June contract that is about $20 a barrel. So what has happened is really unprecedented event as far as the financial markets are concerned. It could be called a black swan event as far as crude is concerned. As I said, COVID-19 is something that happens once in 100 years. So these black swan events will happen really once in 100 years. And yes, we are trading. We were trading in terms of negative $35 a barrel on the WTI crude index is concerned. So it's extremely important as far as investors, traders, and people that are looking at the financial markets. Be very clear. financial markets moved on liquidity. There is going to be a lot of volatility in terms of commodity prices and all in terms of stock market prices. So in these turbulent times, you need to be extremely careful when you are trading or really investing. Fundamentals don't change overnight. As we share this video and we speak on 21st of April 2020, the situation on the ground has not really improved. What has really happened is because of the gush of liquidity as far as the Fed is concerned, there's a lot of liquidity that has come into the financial markets, and that is why the stocks have really risen. But however, a typical example of crude has really shown us the mirror and the reality that in real terms there is very low demand as far as commodities are concerned. So the real pricing of stocks and real pricing of commodities in these turbulent times are extremely difficult and will not be accurate or appropriate. So investors, please be aware and be ready for loads of volatility, as I feel that as far as the stock market and the commodity markets are concerned, we are not outside the woods as yet. Thank you so much.